It's the Unhappy Hour.
All right, everybody, we're back. It's Brian Engelman here on the TNAM Radio Network at thenewamericanmedia.com. Go to our homepage, The New American Media. On Twitter, we're at American_media_. Do a search for The New American Media on Facebook and like the page. Make sure spaces are in between there when you type it. Or just on thenewamericanmedia.com on the right-hand side, TNAM Radio, where you click play to listen live to the show. And our Twitter and Facebook feeds are linked up there, so you can do that. And also subscribe, youtube.com/The New American Media. We are still joined with Zak Baris, lifelong Cleveland sports fan, former NBA scout, current NBA consultant. We were just talking NBA, basketball, and now we're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns season tickets that are no more. Zach, you have seen enough from this team. You were so excited for last year. They had potential. They were even in first place at one point, about halfway through the season. You have now
9 weeks through.
Yep, and you have now given back your season tickets. To talk about your disappointment in this team, and then we'll talk about some of the specific moves we're making and not making in the offseason.
Well, I just didn't feel like investing my money in the clowns this year. I mean Browns, but
The frowns. We call them the frowns.
I call them the clowns.
they're all valid
They're a
pseudonyms.
joke.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit of a dumpster fire. Although it looks like the 49ers might be giving us a run for our money with everything that's fallen apart over there. I just keep wondering if the Cleveland Browns are going to package some draft picks or swap something. I surely thought Nick Foles was going to end up on the Browns, maybe Kaepernick, some of these Jay Cutler, some of these guys, because we have money to pay for bad contracts.
Brian, we have Josh McCown.
Oh, God. Yeah, that JM will
We
fix
won
our
in
other
10 last
quarterback
year,
JM problem. We have two JMs at quarterback that are causing problems for us. One, because he's a 30-year-old. How old is McCown? 37? He's an old man.
Yeah.
And he did not have a good year last year. But then again, I read about him just kind of saying that I really don't want to make excuses for McCown. They're saying that the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, he had a health issue and he had to leave the team, and then the whole thing was a train wreck from the beginning of the season. Nobody stood a shot over there. I don't know. Now we're hearing that Johnny might be in rehab. He got out of rehab.
Yep.
But he might not play next year. I mean, are you hearing any of these rumors right now?
I haven't heard any of that. I don't know where you heard that. I'd like to know. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it popped up in our. I gotta open that group up publicly. Maybe not, because there's a lot of cussing and stuff that goes on there. It's kind of keep it amongst friends as the group. I mean, because come on, when you're watching these games with your friends, you're not speaking PG language. Not that I really necessarily need it to be that, but we're just trying to make sure what it is. But we're having an interesting conversation over there, and I was checking out one of these articles that somebody posted. Hey, check this out. You know how these unnamed sources stories can go, so I'm not putting tons of stock into it, but there's 4 or 5 internal sources that have proven right in the past that Manziel is not going to even play next year, that however it means he's taking a year off, whatever that means. Those are the rumors going around right now, and I just find it hard to believe that we're either I don't know what direction we're going in, Zach. I don't really understand it. Last year, we made a few big free agent moves. Carlos Dansby, Dante Whitner, did some good stuff in the free agency market. We have a bunch of money to spend, and we're just not doing it. I don't really get what's going on. We're letting Buster Screen leave. We're letting Jordan Cameron. Although that would have cleared up a lot of problems on that defense.
Yep. The thing is, I would love to retain our own free agents. Because, like I said, I don't think they're that far off.
You think Buster Screen was overvalued? That he got paid more than he's worth?
No, I think he deserved what he. I mean, here's the thing. I don't get why the Jets signed him. They just went and they just signed Darrelle Revis. They signed Antonio Cromartie. They wound up signing Buster Screen. They already have Steve Milner. They need a quarterback.
Yeah.
I would have at least paid Hoyer if I were them.
Hoyer going down to Texas to compete for that. I mean, you can't blame him going down there to compete. They traded away Fitzpatrick, so it's who are their quarterbacks down there now? It's just man, I actually kind of lost it. Who the heck is the other quarterback down there at the Texans?
What's his name? Ryan Mallett.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I mean that's certainly an open competition. It's not like Mallett's Brady. Yeah, he trained under him, but so did Hoyer. I mean, that's a good spot for him. What do you get, about $6 million down there? I don't know.
Hoyer got 5 a year, 2 years, like $10 million or something.
Well, and like I said in the beginning part of this program that we split up, it always upsets me when I see Bill Belichick and the Patriots sign a Cleveland Browns player, and they did it with Jabal Sheard. This is another draft.
I love Sheard too.
Maybe his production went down, whatever. Maybe it was a system or a scheme thing, but the Patriots saw talent there, and they went out and got him. They paid the man. And they have a track record of knowing talent and just seeing. I'm okay. I'm okay with Jordan Cameron not coming back for, what was it, 2 years, $15 million? I mean, that's a few
the thing
bucks.
Is they didn't replace him with anyone. They don't have Charles Clay. They didn't replace him with anyone. That's the problem. Who's their starting third end? Gary Barnidge?
Hey, maybe they're getting LeBron. Maybe that's how this is going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and Kyrie's going to play quarterback. And Kevin Love at quarterback for the next year.
I was saying Kyrie would be a hell of like a wide receiver, like a slot receiver, like a Welker kind of get him shaking and baking and breaking ankles. I could imagine that. Okay, so you're saying you didn't expect the Browns to sign Ndamukong Suh, but you expected them to at least do something. They've kind of been non-existent, and bringing back Thad Lewis and 37-year-old McCown, or however old he is, I don't get how that solves a problem at quarterback. That just, hey, let's fill out our practice roster. That doesn't improve the team.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. It does nothing. That's why I don't think Manziel will be back next year, is because they signed Thad Lewis. Why do they have 4 quarterbacks on the roster?
Hold on. Who else is our other quarterback? Thad Lewis, McCown.
Connor Shaw.
Connor Shaw. That's right.
I don't think all of them together add up to a 99 in Madden, though.
All of them added together. Okay. Well, okay, you know what? We did re-sign defensive end John Hughes. That's something, I guess.
Yep. I like John Hughes, but the thing is, like, I got the guy on the phone with me the other day trying to get me restricted. Well, he's like, we're building to the draft. I go, who do we draft in 2012? And he goes, I'm like, do we draft Brandon Whedon and Trent Richardson in the first round? I go, give me the next year. What's his name? Barkevius Mingo. Give me the following. Give me Justin Gilbert and Johnny Manziel the year after that. I'm like, and who are they going to screw it up by taking this year? Build through the draft. You can't even re-sign your own free agents. Retain your own players. Give me a break.
Man, when you put it that way, Brandon Whedon and Trent Richardson. And Trent Richardson just getting cut by the Colts, and he's filing a grievance, and that's a whole S show going on over there. I'm glad it's not us.
He said today he views himself as the next Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, he said that today.
Yeah, or yesterday, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't have it in front of me. I wish I had this pulled up, but we have an interest in Dwayne Bowe and who's the Brian Hartline, and it said with the Browns.
Dwayne Bowe stinks. He's so over his prime.
Yeah, I've had him on my fantasy team. I think he had one good season where he was solid, and then 2 seasons where it's just been complete bust. And I base a lot of how I feel about a player based on his fantasy value, because if they're scoring, if they're giving me points, then obviously they're a good player. And if they stink, well, there's a kind of a reason. There's probably a reason for that. No, but the tweet was something along the lines of, I could go back and dig it up. It said, with the signing of Brian Hartline and interest in Dwayne Bowe, opposing teams' kicking squad, field goal block squads, we should be terrified across the league with the Browns' complete inability to get into the end zone. So, I mean, it's just really slamming the fact that. What do you make of Hartline? Like, obviously, he was.
I think the Hartline was a good signing, but they need more than just Brian Hartline.
Yeah, I think so too. He had an off year last year. He could bounce back. But something I am excited about is the fact that Justin Gilbert's working out with Joe Hayden. Did you happen to catch that Mike Pettin let it slip that there's something else going on with Gilbert, and then he wouldn't bring it up, that there's some other kind of problem he was dealing with last year, and that it was kind of like a faux pas for the coach to even go there and kind of let that information out?
I have no clue. All I know is the guy lives in my building, and I'll never forget last year. I'm leaving for the game at about 10:45, 11 in the morning for the game. And Brian, you know where I live relative to the stadium.
Yeah, close.
Justin Gilbert was in the lobby grabbing his car at 11 a.m. And I'm seriously going, did I just see Justin Gilbert at 11 a.m. in the lobby and the game starts at 1 o'clock?
This was a game that he was playing, not one that he was suspended in?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, and he was playing. I was like, are you kidding me?
Man. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if it's lack of focus. I don't know if Pettin's the right guy to lead this. I don't know if because you were pretty high on Ray Farmer in the beginning, that he was an up and coming executive, and I'll tell you what, he's really got to pull some rabbits out of the hat this time, because last year just looks like a swing and the miss.
Yeah, I mean here's the thing: is they drafted great out of the first round this year, but you need to hit on those first round picks.
You have to. I mean, we traded around and dropped down in position and stockpiled, and I mean, the return that we got on Manziel. I mean, hell, we got a negative return on Manziel. If we would have just stuck with Hoyer, who knows if
they were
Hoyer
taking Teddy Bridgewater and Odell Beckham Jr. Look at what this team would have done last
year. You always got to make me think about that. We knew that Josh Gordon was not going to be around last year, and I just don't get why we didn't do more in the draft, in one of the deepest wide receiver drafts around. Maybe not Sammy Watkins at 4, but somebody a little later. I don't know. What do you expect for the Browns moving forward? Do you think we're going to make any moves in free agency, or it's really just draft? We're not doing a damn thing.
I don't think they're doing anything. I don't think there's really anyone left. I really don't think there's anyone left.
Trades?
What are they going to do?
I don't know.
What are they going to do?
When you hear that a player's unhappy or that he's on the block, I mean, a lot of players, Brandon Marshall moving around, you're hearing the Cutler's on the block, the Kaepernick's on the block, just teams looking to go a different direction. Yeah, you look at it, if you instantly put Colin Kaepernick on the Browns, if you can get Adrian Peterson for a 3rd or 4th round pick, if it's devolved that bad over there and everybody just wants a fresh start. I mean, could you imagine Adrian Peterson running behind Joe Thomas and Alex Mack in this line? I mean, I can.
It'll never happen.
Yeah. All right, so I got to stop dreaming. I just got to lower my expectations a little bit.
Be realistic. It's not the Cavs that can build a championship team, overnight.
Yeah.
And if you want to, by the way, and if you really just don't ever trade your pick to the Cavs, you'll land the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, that's true. No, I don't know. I still have the feeling Chip Kelly's going for Mariota. Maybe we end up bringing in Bradford so that they can leapfrog and bring up to us, and we take on his bad contract because we have the money for it. They want our number 12 so that they can leap up to number 5, and it's easier to get there to 5 than it is from 20 to 5. 12 to 5 is a lot more doable. I don't know. I'm not going to rule us out, but I'm telling you, if I don't see any more moves happen between now and the draft, I'm going to be really disappointed because there was potential.
They just lost out on Paris Cox.
Well,
he just signed a 3-year deal with the Titans for $15 million.
Hooray! They got to have some plan, man. I don't know what it is. But like your season ticket guy said, we have a plan. And your reply was what? If it's a 30-year plan, I'm out.
I go, well, if you guys are in a 30-year plan, you're still doing a good job of it. He's like Zach, this regime's only been here for so long. And I was like, yeah, and they'll only be here for so long before Haslam fires them. He's a man with no patience. He's like, well, you heard him. He said he did his hair. I go, yeah, he also said the same thing. He fired Krasinski after 1 year. Yeah,
and he also listened to a homeless guy, which is why he picked Manziel. Oh, no, wait, that's an urban legend. That never happened. Okay. I don't know if you believe that. Put your money on the Browns.
The Browns are cursed and they're never going to win. I think it's safe to say.
It's felt that way for a while, but hey, all it takes is one amazing draft. Someone to say, football really is a game where it's easy to go from worst to first. It is because, like you said, we're not very far away. If Max stays healthy, if we can get another O lineman, if our two-headed running back monster steps up, we can get a serviceable quarterback, maybe a veteran who played good 2 years ago with the Bears and not so good last year against the Bucs. Maybe that's all you need is a decent guy that can dink it and dunk it, and you run the ball and you keep getting those first downs, and your defense doesn't give up much, and special teams excels. I don't know, man. It doesn't feel good, but
I will say this: I don't think he's a step down. I don't think McCown's a step down from Floyd.
Okay, maybe a lateral step at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Hoyer can win that starting job down with the Texans, and we'll see what happens with our quarterback situation. I really don't think we're done. I certainly hope the Johnny Manziel rumors are just rumors. I hope he can get his act together. I'm not going to hold my breath and bank on it. But either way, you called it earlier, Zach. At least the Cavs are in the hunt for a title. And I'll tell you what. I mean, in a day or two, you and I are going to reconvene, and we'll do nothing but talk about the brackets. Does that sound like a plan for you?
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
All right, brother. Well, then, we will talk again in a few, and it's going to be all about March Madness. Once again, I appreciate you joining the program. And everybody out there who's listening, make sure you follow Zak on Twitter. He's at Zak Baris. That's ZBARIS. For everybody here at the TNAM Radio Network, this is Brian Engelman signing off. Make sure you check out our homepage, thenewamericanmedia.com. On the right-hand side is the TNAM Radio button link. That's where you click play to listen live. Also is our Facebook feed. You can do that manually by The New American Media search. Make sure spaces are in between, and you can click on our Twitter feed right there from the homepage. We're at American_media_, and please make sure you go to youtube.com/thenewamericanmedia. Hey, and let those videos play, because guess what? We get like a penny if you let those play or click on the links. So that'd be fantastic. So go Cavs, go Browns. Hey, man, I'm already thinking about Cleveland. Talking about the Buckeyes even. We'll bring that up soon because the spring ball's coming. But I appreciate each and every one of you for listening. We will talk with you again real soon. I appreciate you. I love you, and peace.
Your guide to the truth. TheNewAmericanMedia.com.